And I know many of you are going to quite literally have friends and everybody getting on their lunch hour, depending on what time zone you're in. Don't be offended if I mute you. It's not that I don't love you. It's just we try to block that echo because even with it being recorded, even if you're being quiet, it creates that if you're on speakerphone. So I want to welcome everybody to Lunch and Learn. We are loving these. They've kind of taken on a life of their own. If you're new, because I see some new faces, it will be recorded. It will be on YouTube, the YouTube channel, literally my name, just my name. So just know that there is a Facebook group. If you need anything like old recordings and just know if you look at the Facebook group, it's Lunch and Learns, it's Mary Kay in an old vintage red dress from the Applause magazine. So you'll know you're on the right one and it'll have the recordings per maybe, I don't know, Faith or Sandy might know, maybe the last 10 months that they finally taught me into creating a Facebook page because I didn't want to do it. Because you don't sometimes want one more thing, right? But this goes everywhere. And so when we have a speaker, I just want you all to know it really is one of the most go give things they could do for Mary Kay Ash and our company because you're all in different divisions. This goes everywhere. And it really is just our midweek pick me up, just a place of unity and a like minds. And these women are giving their heart and their time and their soul to the whole Mary Kay world. And so, Autumn, I just want to thank you. We were fortunate enough to get to spend a career conference together here in Denver. And so we got to meet, but we have a lot of connections because I'm a Kansas girl too.
I
Originally.
know.
So it's so fun. And so
And your bestie is Loretta. We love
I know. She's talked about you for years. And so I love it. So yeah, my
how
best
fun
friend.
is that?
I know, isn't it so fun? And so I just want you all to know, just give your time, energy. These are recorded because sometimes it's good stuff. I can't write fast enough. And so don't worry. Give us about 24 hours because my office girl isn't in on Thursdays, but she does it from home and we get it over there. Then I put it in the Lunch and Learn group. So probably wherever you found out about this are the only places I'm posting because I always get a million messages. And so look there. So that's all I have to say. And I love you all, and I would love to be part of everybody's groups, but I just can't think to post recording in 50,000 groups. I just can't. So I'm just being honest. So without further ado, we have one of the top sales directors, Autumn, on here today, and she's going to share some amazing tips for us. And Autumn, I love getting to know you. I appreciate your heart, your soul, leading the company with legacy, integrity. It's exactly what Mary Kay Ash would have wanted. And you are literally the epitome of what she talked about when she wanted to design her company of women. And I got to see your heart and soul. And I want you to know how much I appreciate that. And I'm honored to be able to do this and that you were able to do this for us. And so thank you so much. And I'm going to be quiet and let you take over and I'll run all the stuff in the background.
Oh my goodness. Well, ditto, Jennifer. This is amazing what we we are gifted with people like Jennifer that think of these big thoughts and take them into action and to be able to share our ideas. There is just no place else. There is no place else on earth like Mary Kay and how we just are able to exchange ideas of what, one idea and one idea comes together and you're able to expand it and use your God-given strengths to do that. And Mary Kay asked she's exactly right. She is smiling down on and blessing things like this that just isn't anywhere else. And we're so glad you're here. We're so glad you're here. So congratulations for being here. But thank you, Jennifer, so much for having this platform. And you know, it's always a little intimidating that you're speaking and hopefully it blesses you and all the things. And I was just praying about this and something happened last week with another director's call. And I was just like, I think I want to speak on this. And you know, I love sharing this opportunity. Uh, I'm going for all those bees that Jennifer has dripping on her jacket. I'm not quite there yet, but I can't wait to have all those. But sharing this opportunity first with every single person you know is so important. And it was important last month. It's so important this month and the following month to your unit, and to bring yourself that other avenue of income. That other avenue of income, your sales, I'm sure, are great and you're doing well, but people need this business so much in the aspect of everything costs triple. I mean, like straight up, everything is costing triple. It's stressful and it's coming down on the middle class, and it's difficult. Well, every class. And so I want you to just know that you have the biggest gift you can give to a woman right now. And then the gift of us. I mean, we are pretty awesome, and that they can be in this. And, I'm going to be talking about a gal that we brought in last month. It was just last month. And, she's going through such a difficult time right now. And Jill, her recruiter, is on right now, who's in DIQ, and she's a neighbor and a friend and was like her hostess with the mostest. But whoa, she really thought, I can't take on another thing. I am going through this like heartbreaking time in my life. And that's when I push more for Mary Kay to be there for her in a way. Her mind is blown. And how it has helped her look forward to something, and something positive and something fun and pure. It's an amazing thing to have, even in heartbreak. So I really, what I want to talk to you about is, get excited about sharing this opportunity. And one of the things that I do to create excitement and create trust. So you've got to create trust before you're going to do what I'm talking about today, and that is bringing in stars when a new team member comes in, and that we can bring in star consultants. It's still happening. It can happen just with a shift of focus. But what it is you've got to create that trust. Okay. So getting to know them is first. Having them getting to know you, it is a way to, I share my sharing notebook, which is pictures of my family, pictures of my seminars, pictures of our team, pictures of my car, pictures. It's a live Facebook page. Yes, they still print pictures. Walgreens.com, and they usually have a coupon. Print those out and show those pictures. But what I also do, so they get that I'm a real person and I have real things going on. And also, I always share my weekly accomplishment sheets of how much I sell in a week, because we love that we make 50%. We love that. But a new person, what is 50%? 50% of what? It sounds amazing, but what does that actually mean? So your weekly accomplishment sheets are what show them that. It shows your income per hour, that you made 35 to 50 to 75 to $100 an hour. And now we're doing these 5 and 5s you've probably heard about, and it's $100 in 5 minutes. It's mind blowing. So that shows them an income per hour when they are going to focus on this for a short amount of time in their week. They're going to be making real money. So, because we're talking about the economy, we're talking about the fact that inflation is happening. We want to show them the money. And so I live in Topeka, Kansas. We live on 18 acres. We just built our dream home. We have a lot going on. But when women see in my sharing notebook that I just have a dog and I don't have kids, they're like, she doesn't know from Adam. I mean, she has no clue what's going on. And that's true. But I have weekly accomplishment sheets with a mother of five who homeschools all of them. Or this gal who just did 71 faces and has seven children. It's just like, okay, I think I'm crossing those, but it's just insane, so they need to see. Or if she's a career woman and has a corporate job that she's working 60 hours a week, I have someone on my team or another director's weekly accomplishment sheet I can show them and show them that story and talk about them so they relate to the woman that we know exists in Mary Kay all over the place. So that weekly accomplishment sheet really creates that trust. It shows the money. It's all the things about building these relationships so you can go into a trusted relationship to talk about inventory. Okay. And my inventory chat is called a next step meeting. So they've made their one decision of the starter kit, which is there's three options. So walking through that, and that is one decision. Okay. And then in the next steps, that is running them through, and it's usually on Zoom, just like this, a three-person chat if she has her recruiter, and it is a informational conversation. So she needs to know, how to get around In Touch, where her website is, to put ProPay together to get that stuff done. And that's the first, half hour of the conversation. And then the second half hour of the conversation, you have created more of a relationship, more where she's at, and hopefully, and this is really like within 24 to 48 hours. Okay. We're also booking her next appointment or her first appointment. We're booking her grand opening or her virtual grand opening, or her in-person grand opening, or her 5 and 5s all stacked up for you to help her with. So that's also creating her next step to make the money. So that's got to be on the books as well. And then if she doesn't have do I have a way, can I share my screen? Hopefully I have this up in a usable way.
There you go. Now you can.
Okay, thank you so much. Oh, I do have this up to share. I'm going to go back just a tiny bit, but I had weekly accomplishment sheets just in my sharing notebook, and yes, it's okay. Almost left the meeting there with that strange button. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to weekly accomplishment sheets for just a second because I do have this up. So I actually just I made a Canva sheet that you can print out on a full sheet of paper so it's not too small. But Mary Kay gives you choices. This is just simple, but it talks about Donnie, who's retired, a grandma of 10, and her weekly accomplishment sheet. So this is just kind of showing it in one picture of, Jill, who's on right now, former teacher who's building her team to director, that kind of person. I have myself, I have retired corporate executive, and then I have a brand new team member who her first week in sales was 1,056. So that's just an idea of different people, and get with whoever you got to get with. And it doesn't have to be 8 of these, it could be 4 of them, but just get that done. Okay. So that is where I wanted to go with that. And oh, that's the same one. Okay. So I use that on my own sheet, but now I am talking through the Great Start brochure. Okay, everybody recognizes this, correct? It's on InTouch in the documents section of team building. And this is what I walk through them with them now. It's very well put together. And they are going to see this in their welcome packet in the next couple days. Okay. So first, that's kind of where I'm going, what tool I use. And I'll go back to that in a minute. But you want to start to talk to them like, okay, so you just made your decision, you got your starter kit coming, and you're going to have a welcome packet in there, and you're going to be getting a welcome email. I do things like that for every time. And so with more stories and more information. But what I want to talk to you about is having some product on your shelf. This is a choice. It's not required, but it is highly recommended. And, the company does a lot to encourage you to do that because it just makes a happier consultant, a happier customer. And our whole job is to be better than Amazon. We want to consult our customers through the best things for them and have the product on hand as much as possible. And so that is a great discussion to have. And, we want the scenarios of, you know, it is, we want to be better than Amazon. It creates that customer loyalty. When they get to try it and they're washing their face and they feel their skin and they're just glowing in that mirror, it's exciting and it's an emotional time. And so when you have the product and you can just say, here you go, and they are way excited. Plus, their confidence level in you as a businesswoman is elevated and they don't have to wait and they can have it right then. Way better than Amazon, right? So you help them find the perfect product for yourself. There's also 100% satisfaction guarantee and you are there for them. You're going to check in with them in 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months and make sure they're loving it. And so those just build that confidence that, the 100% satisfaction guarantee, it's no risk to you, no risk to me. It's a time saver. I live out in the country, and if I am at somebody's place or, I just need to run something to them, it is way faster for me to just go to my shelf or and hand it to them right then and there instead of chasing them down in 7 to 10 business days, right? And so much can happen in 7 to 10 business days. She can be like, oh, we've all heard that Mary Kay story, of all the stories that can happen in between now and then. So it just creates a lot of positive, great things right off the bat. And, you know, I always start at the top. Okay. So I just want you to know about all the options, is what I say. So I'm starting at the very top of the choices that we have for inventory. And what I always share a story as well. Mary Kay talked in spoken stories, and I do as well. And I talk about when I first started back into Mary Kay 7.5 years ago, and I needed to bulk up my inventory, and I invested into inventory. And my friend at the very same time was opening up a dress shop in Parker, Colorado. And, she had to, go to the bank and get a bank loan and, make a payment plan and all of those things for about $150,000. Okay. So, and she still didn't have the employees and all of the things purchased and all of the things. And then her pay schedule to herself, she was looking at about 5 years out of a profit. Okay. That's what starting a retail business outside of the home looks like. Straight up. Tons of risk. If she didn't pick the right name or pick the right things or do the right, do the right things and have each size correct, a size 2, a size 4, a size 10, then it could fail and she would have to go into bankruptcy. And we shockingly and amazingly have a 90% buyback plan. If something happens that you can't do a Mary Kay business anymore, Mary Kay will buy back 90% of what you purchased that year. It is amazing. And they don't just put it back on somebody on our shelves, they have to incinerate that. So they believe in our product, our marketing plan, and you so much. That's what they do for us. And so my friend in Parker did not have that that safety net. So, like I said, I always start at the top because my friend, I say this random kind of thing, and I don't know if you need to know this part, but in her dress shop, there was some old rule on the books, and she had to put water fountains in her dress shop. She was so annoyed, and it cost $5,000 to do that. Do you know for a $4,200 loan amount and an investment, you can have a full store in Mary Kay, one of everything, and you're making a 50% profit immediately? Immediately. That is going into business and going into business smart. So then I say you're going to get this brochure in the mail in the next few days, but I don't want us to waste any time because they have amazing offers that if you make an inventory decision in the first 15 days, you can max out these amazing opportunities. So we're going to go all through this brochure, but make sure you download the Great Start app that helps you keep track of all of these things. Plus the brochure is on there on the Great Start app. And we're ready to great start, ready, set, sell. And so we are going to, you've probably already spoken with her about what her expectations are, how much time she's thinking, how much money she wants to make. That's really how much money in the month do you want to make? And then you can really guide her. But I still start at the top. What's so exciting with your first 15-day inventory decision, you get this amazing color look. It is perfect for absolutely anyone. And you can sell the whole thing for around $150, or you can keep it for yourself because it is that awesome. Okay. And then you kind of go over this with her, the selling appointments, are you wanting to do 3 appointments a week, 2 to 3 appointments a month, 1 appointment per month? And you can go through this calculator. It is really eye-opening and great way to go through it. Okay. But like I said, I'm not going to judge where you are on this scale. I want to make sure that you see all of the options and you make the decision because you are a smart businesswoman. So I go through the 3,600. Okay. I start right up here because remember I said, she spent $5,000 on a water fountain. And this is where you start out and you're taking a 50% profit immediately. So we are going to help her with wholesale amount, explain that this is wholesale. You're getting suggested retail price. You explain the taxes, how the taxes are, how we pay full tax on the retail amount, the maximum. So this right here is the most amazing number on this whole sheet. Again, remember how I told you that Mary Kay encourages you to have a profit making basis right away, and they are going to incentivize you. They give you almost $1,300 in free bonus product, which is 100% profit when you sell it. So you're making 3,600 over here, you're making 1,300 over here. You are way ahead of the ball game. This covers any expenses you can have. If it's interest with a bank loan, if it's your starter kit, if it's all, little things that you need, it covers all of those things. So you are just making full, not only 50%, but your any expenses are covered. So then, there's a $3,000 loan amount or $3,000 area level as well. You also go over Star Consultants as what Star Consultant can do. And I see I'm running out of time already. So I'm going to kind of rush through this, but this is right here. This is what I say right here. This is my most popular area. This is what a lot of people are more comfortable with. It's middle of the road. It focuses heavily on skincare, and that's what goes down the drain. That's our bread and butter. So these areas are the 2400 and the 1800. You're still in that amazing Star Consultant level. You are at an 1800 or 2400. You've got great products on your shelf. And I want you to be really clear. So we average about, and I usually take I'm eyeballing them here. So I usually take, we average about $100 a face. So you understand what an 1800 wholesale amount is. And so 1800 is 3600 retail, and that's only 36 faces. It's not like this crazy amount of people or crazy amount of product. It's maybe four boxes that you can easily pick up yourself. So it is a great investment of what goes down the drain. I will help you pick out all the product, and that's what an 1800 looks like. I even have, if you have the ability, I have an 1800 right over my shoulder as an example. These these shelves are thin. They are, and I kind of go through what's in the shelf on the shelf. Okay. You can use empty boxes, okay, to build this. Okay. Okay. So it is it gives them an idea of what that is, what that looks like. Okay. Then I go through what is our more personal use levels, which are still great. It's more like you and your mom and your grandma ordering together, and it's going to get you a few great things, but they still give you free bonus product of $541 and $363, which is pretty amazing that they do that at that time. Okay, so then, guys, we go through all of that, but your next step as a director or a recruiter is to help them think about where that money is coming from. We're going to be holding your first skincare class. You get to choose if you want that to have product there and be able to show them that you have the product there, or we can make some money at that skincare class. That's up to you. But, then you're walking them through where to find the money. That's your job, to help them max out that free bonus product, to help them think about where that money comes from. Of course, the Mary Kay Visa is amazing. 12 months interest free, $100 cash back. I use credit cards. They don't use me. And that is the epitome of using a credit card. And they have to have a credit score of 650. They don't have that credit score. Who in your life does? That you can have them open up the card and you slide in as an authorized user, and that helps build your credit. That helps build your credit. And so, ladies, I had an 18-year-old who was still in high school go to the bank and get a bank loan for a Sapphire Star. I have had last month, the gal that I was talking about that's going through the heartbreak, she's like, I'm going now in on this and I want to take a profit right away. She came in with an Emerald Star. So ladies, these women are looking for a side hustle that pays them and pays them well. And we have the number one largest commission structure in the world. So investing a little bit of money is incredible. Got to have that mindset and that heart. Okay, I think I'm out of time.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. It was so phenomenal. And I love the visuals. I love that you have the visuals behind you. Um, I love that you said people are still doing it because I think we think, oh, the world. Well, listen, inflation's here to stay, friends. I don't know what else to say. It's not, I don't think it's gonna matter who becomes president or keep the same president. Just is what it is. At this point,
Mhm.
it's have to, it's either gonna shift to gas or eggs or chicken. It doesn't matter. They just move it around. But we're still gonna have it no matter what happens.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Did anybody real quick? I always like to leave a couple of minutes that if you have a question for Autumn or want to affirm her or share your takeaway or anything at all. I'm looking, I don't see any questions, so I just want to make sure.
Whoops, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Yes.
Anyway, I just want to say that excellent. I love the fact that you had the visuals behind you. I think that's like really key. That they can actually wrap their head around actually seeing what actually is included in it. So I think that's wonderful, and I loved how you broke it down and giving the examples of the different um, amounts that different ladies have earned and where they're at because
Yeah.
everybody's different. And I think that's like, okay, I got to add that to my little binder. But thank you for giving us your time and your knowledge. And yeah, I can't wait to re-listen to it because I feel like I was writing stuff and I missed stuff. So thank you very much.
I
And thank
talk
you,
too
Jennifer.
fast sometimes.
No, talking fast is fine. It doesn't matter. We can slow it down and re-listen. But thank you, Jennifer, so much for doing this.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. Anybody else? Yeah.
And yes, yeah, Autumn, thank you so much. I have a brand new consultant on, and I'm so glad that she heard all of this. And I want to have, most of us recruited quite a few people last month. So I'd really like to have all of my new people watch this. And also, I'm thankful that a couple of other unit members are on. Are you going to have Jennifer post that one flyer that you talked about with your accomplishment sheet?
Sure,
She
I
can
can
post
send
that.
that to her. Yeah, no problem. And yeah, I just went on to Canva, you just would use it as an example. And it, like I said, it doesn't have to be 8 people. It can be 4 or, just some examples of some ladies. So yes, weekly accomplishment sheets. Please be turning those into your directors. Please be doing them. They are the lifeline really of our way to show the money.
They really are. I was taught by Carrie Buskirk, and that's all we did. We didn't even, her book she's talking about, we had our pictures, our family pictures, if you had diamonds or whatever, or the car or whatever you're excited about, what your goal was, and weekly accomplishment sheets. There was nothing fancy about sharing the opportunity. It was literally proof in the pudding. I did this.
Oh yeah, for years I didn't have that fancy Canva. It was a printed out weekly accomplishment sheet.
Yeah.
It was, don't complicate it. It is that shows, just as long as it's in black and white, it shows it. Yeah, Jennifer, yes, Carrie. Love Carrie.
Love her. Okay, anybody else? I'm looking, make sure I didn't miss it because everyone moves around.
I just want to say, just with you comparing it to your friend's business, that just puts it in so much perspective for someone watching. Like she paid $5,000 for a fountain.
Oh, I mean, she was just so
Yeah.
mad about that. And what we can do with that little amount is build an entire business.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay,
yeah,
very good.
that was a great analogy. Thank you. Thank you for just everything that you shared. It was very helpful.
Oh yeah, someone's like,
Yeah,
not put stuff
sorry.
in. They got it like you start an ice cream business, you gotta have you some ice cream. I mean, just
That's right. And we women can be so emotional about it. And the gal that did her 3,600 last month, she was just like, well, I gotta talk to my husband. I'm like, I said, what would he say? What do you think he would say? And she's First of all, you probably tell me do what you want to do. And I say, guys are logical. If they have a tire shop, they need tires. It's just that's what they think and how they think. We're the ones that get all
Yes.
mental about it. Okay, sorry. I think there was one other.
Let me see. Great. Oh, I think that, did we get everybody? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
With the water analogy, I think that's absolutely fantastic. And I always bring those little mini bottles of water if I'm doing in person for everyone to have a thing of water. And see, that would just tie it in. I mean, it's like, hello. And then you can use your little store. You know what I'm talking about? Because those cost pennies at Costco. I mean, they really don't cost anything, but they're so valuable. And I've been I take their little label off and I put those little fun stickers, have fun, the ones that you can put on your package, exciting, whatever. I just put those on it just because it's kind of fun for them to get the bottle of water. And but then to be able to tie that into what you were saying for the dress shop, I mean, that's just like, whoa, they could be realizing, wait, this is something totally different. And,
I mean, but
she,
had $150,000 to pay back in 5 years before she could pay herself. That is very, very typical.
Yeah, and then on top of that, to be able to have to, meet a code, which was for the water fountain, whatever
From the
it is.
60s,
Yeah, and we don't have those kind of codes. I mean, we have codes, but not that kind of code that we have to do. So that is so easy to make it very tangible for them to see, to paint the picture of it, to literally paint the picture. And you did a great job. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you so much, Autumn, for this. And I appreciate your time, friend. More than you'll ever know. And all you gals, if you're new, come back. We're always here on Thursdays, unless we're at seminar or something, but there's always a graphic. So let us, and if you're local in Colorado or have Colorado people, next week we do hybrid. We're in person in Colorado Springs at the country club, and we all gather and have fun and eat and do the goodies. And then we'll still be here on Zoom also. So
I didn't know you did that. My top gal is in Colorado Springs.
more to come. Lynette put it together, and we're just down at well, I'll get you the info. And then
Okay, she's in Paris right now, so fancy, but wham. Next month. Okay, thank you so much, ladies. I'm gonna go out and I got a few text messages to send out because it's so important for your unit to have those 4 qualifieds, but think bigger. Think bigger. Okay. Mwah.
yes. Bye, ladies.
Woo!